Round one.
So we're underway then. Action in a round of 32 in the men's 67 kilogram welterweight division. It's a contest between boxers from India and Moldova. The man wearing red is Praveen Kumar, 22 years of age, part of a 13-strong, full-sized Indian boxing team. A boxer in each of the weight classes being contested here in Dubai. His opponent, the southpaw wearing blue, is Alexandru Parashiv, 26 years of age. He's part of an 8-deep Moldovan boxing team, and he comes to the tournament as the number 4 seed. Moldova's Boxer of the Year in 2024. Two-time medalist in the European Championships, having upgraded his 2022 bronze from the edition in Yerevan to silver in the event last year in Belgrade. Right hand not too far away from Kumar. Good right jab in response from Parashiv. Flashing left hand out of the southpaw stance was a hook fired in from Parashiv. Finding the range with that southpaw backhand now. On the halfway stage of this opening round. It's a strong left cross to the body of Kumar. He got his campaign here at the Dubai World Championships off to a winning start yesterday over in Ring A, but the southpaw straights and hooks just beginning to measure him now from Parashiv. As another right hand gets through. Left cross is landed from Parashiv once again, and he's just beginning to settle into a little bit of a rhythm here now. Turns orthodox, lands with the left hand before backing out to his more comfortable southpaw stance and ramming in a stiff lead right hand. Drops down to the body, counter attack, and down to the canvas after the legs came together. There was a shot upstairs from Kumar as well, but no count issue in the direction of Parashiv. Right hand bolo shot to the body from, oh, that's a cracking left hook, and another one from the southpaw stance. 2 left hands in a row, just disrupting the boxing stance of Praveen Kumar. So closing seconds of this opening round. Left cross again, followed by a slapping right hand from the southpaw in blue. Very good round of boxing, competitive, but I happen to think that it's the man in blue who did the more effective work over the course of the 3 minutes. And just began to consistently find his range out of that southpaw stance. Legs coming together, causing that trip to the canvas for Parashiv, but he really did work the body well. A couple of flashing left hands from the port-sided stance as well. So a clean sweep of the cards, including a 10-8 round in favor of Parashiv from judge number 3.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So moving to the second round then. Praveen Kumar brings, oh, there's a flashing right hook again from Parashiv, followed by a right jab as the two men just on the edge of range as Kumar goes in search of a right cross. Nice defense with the left glove from Padaskev to ward off the incoming backhand from the Indian boxer. He got his pro career after a winning start after a successful debut in September, winning on points over 4 rounds against the fellow debutant in Delhi. Again, he prevailed by abandonment against the man from Afghanistan, Amon Yawari, over in Ring A yesterday. That abandonment coming at the halfway stage of round number 2. That's the doctor here at Dubai 2025, but he's got his hands full with the experienced operator, Alexandru Parashiv, the tournament number 4 seed. Left hand through the guard, followed by a right hook around the corner, and then 2 shots down to the body before a flashing right hook to the jaw from Padaskev. Have to credit the competitive spirit being demonstrated by Kumar. He went in search of his get back after being scored upon during that previous cluster. Kumar's accuracy just decreasing a little here, finding Padaskev difficult to catch cleanly, but he's seeking to continue to press. Sumptuous left hook to the body, right hand over the top from Padaskev. Operating as an orthodox boxer now, and hits his man with a jarring left jab. Now he's back as a southpaw. Left hand not too far away out of the southpaw stance from Padaskev. Kumar continuing to press, but hasn't really found his range on a consistent basis. Another good right hand is sunk into his body, Kumar. Padaskev doing an outstanding job keeping the movement going, both counterclockwise and clockwise, keeping Kumar unsettled as he looks to plant his feet and let his own hands go. So the man just on the edge of range, looking to establish his left hand, is Kumar. There's a beautiful 2-shot salvo, which continued after a body shot. And 2 hooks rattling against the jaw of Kumar. Stout punch resistance being demonstrated by the Indian boxer. But with 2 rounds completed, surely that is a commanding lead on the scorecards now for Alexandru Parashiv in the blue corner. There's an example of how he was able to mix up his attacks, going down to the body, coming back with strong straights to the head. Remember, we had a 10-8 round returned in the first round, and if anything, for my money, this second round was more dominant for Parashiv. So will we see more 10-8 verdicts returned? Remember, in IBA scoring, it's 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear winner, 10-7 for total domination. And on the scorecards of judges 3 and 5, we have indeed had 10-8 scores returned in favor of Alexandru Parashiv. He's in a commanding position with 3 minutes of boxing remaining.
Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round, Alexandru Parashiv has just slowly turned up the temperature during the course of this contest. Counter-punching has been very effective indeed. He's always just on the edge of range, so that in the event that he draws the lead from his opponent, his quick feet and accuracy allow him to counter just like that, turning his feet while in the pocket and straightening out a wonderfully stiff lead left jab. Now he's back in his southpaw stance. And Kumar, credit to the man for continuing to compete and try to find the success that he so desperately needs, having conceded the first 2 rounds unanimously. 2 10-8 scores in rounds 1 and 2 for judge number 3, a 10-8 score in round number 2 for judge 5. So he's trailing by some distance on the cards. And he needs a massive final round to get back into contention. That's what he's going in search of. But Padashev controlling this one. He's the more experienced man, remember. And he's bringing that experience to the fore here. But there is an example of the desire of Kumar. Looking to walk his man down, backing up, operating out of the half-cover guard now, protecting his torso with his forearms. But look at that composure under fire from Padashev, just able to tuck up and allow the shot to go under his shoulder. There was an uppercut turned underneath, followed by a hook. Wonderful punch picking at mid-range from Alexandru Padashev. There's a left cross through the high-held hands of Kumar, who comes forward on legs that appeared less than rock solid, performing the salute and getting that left hand up to the temple is Padashev to fend off the incoming fire. And again, the lateral movement has been a joy to behold, both clockwise and counterclockwise from Padashev. Multiple national titles under his belt. Good right hand driven into the body from Kumar, looking for a bolo right uppercut. It just grazed the glove defenses of Padashev. So Kumar, absolutely no diminishing of his desire, pressing forwards, always trying to catch his man, but he's pot-shotted with real effectiveness during the course of that contest, has Alexandru Padashev, leading for all 5 scoring judges through 6 completed minutes of boxing. And I think that third round, despite the best efforts of Praveen Kumar, I think it's going to be a clean sweep of the cards for the tournament number 4 seed.
The winner of this bout, on points by unanimous decision, is the boxer in the blue corner, Alexandru Padashev, Moldova.
So, Alexandru Padashev through to the round of 16 with a very impressive performance indeed. His first bout of Dubai 2025, eliminating India's Praveen Kumar, who had a good win yesterday in the round of 64, but faced off against one of the most experienced men in the division. And Padashev going through to the next round at the expense of India's reigning national champion at 67 kilograms.
Bout number 77 in the ring B. In the weight category 80 kilograms. The referee Tina Politan, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Israel, Daniel Ilushonok. And in the blue corner, representing French Polynesia, please welcome Tautuari Ricardo Norman Nena. Judges of the bout. Judge 1, Saudi Arabia. Judge 2, Kyrgyzstan. Judge 3, Zimbabwe. Judge 4, Turkmenistan. Judge 5, Serbia.
So it is Daniel Ilyushanok, a 23-year-old from Israel. His opponent is 34-year-old Tautari Nena from French Polynesia.
Round 1.
So we have moved into the 80-kilogram light heavyweight division. This is action from the round of 32. The southpaw wearing red is Daniel Ilyushanok, 23 years of age, part of a 4-strong Israel boxing team. His opponent, wearing blue, operating out of the orthodox stance, is Tautari Nena. So Tautari Nena just looking to drive in his right hands to the body. He comes to the ring as the Oceania champion, having claimed gold at 80 kilograms in the Oceania Championships that were hosted in his homeland earlier this year. Had a good win over in Ring A against Sri Lanka to get his tournament underway yesterday. His opponent, Daniel Ilyushanok, is a hugely experienced operator. He competed at the Senior World Championship last year at middleweight and the 2021 World Youth Championships at the same weight. Multiple European championships and titles on the national scene all the way from schoolboy through to senior level. Southpaw left is a scoring shot from Ilyushanok. Left hand is accurate in between the high-held gloves. There's the same shot once again from Ilyushanok. Presenting a rather static target and is sitting right in the wheelhouse of Ilyushanok is Nena. Having enjoyed that little burst of successful punches, Ilyushanok just electing to go walkabout in the closing seconds of this opening round. Cracking reverse 1-2, left cross, right jab out of the southpaw stance, followed by a left uppercut, right hook to conclude the round. Very patient, effective punch picking demonstrated by Daniel Ilyushanok during the course of the first 3 minutes. Settled into a rhythm the more we got into the contest. Has taken that opening round clearly for my money. But Tautari Nena was seeking to press on occasion, but then the more we got into the round, he was standing in that type of territory, right into the punching range of Daniel Ilyushanok, and he took full advantage. And unsurprisingly, he has been declared unanimous decision victor of that opening round. 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So, as we move into the second round, the onus surely is on Tao Tuari Nena to do something different here. Because at this type of territory, he's demonstrated really precise punching, just as he's right on cue with that right jab. And Nena has got to present a different look to his man, because he hasn't made him uncomfortable on a consistent basis at any point in this contest. Left hand to the body is a scoring shot without reply from Ilyushanok. He's almost following his man around the ring here. He's the reigning Oceania champion. So that allows Ilyushanok to take a look, and he scores with a spearing left cross, and then again is away without reply. He's got to pick up the pace here. Has the man from French Polynesia. Because Ilyushanok looking incredibly comfortable. There's a forward foray from Nena. But he needs more of that. Now he's got his man against the ropes, make it a two-phase attack. Because these single exchanges, Ilyushanok has invariably got the better of them. Well, you get the impression that Ilyushanok could box all evening at this type of tempo, because Nena is not doing enough on a consistent basis with his punch output or with his pressure or presence to make the man uncomfortable. Standing, waiting, I'm not quite sure whether he's looking to play counter-puncher. And of course, if you are the counter-puncher, it takes a strong left cross to the body from Ilyushanok. There he did get through with a shot, and look at the response it brings. Gets on his bike, does Ilyushanok, but scores effectively out of the corner with a reverse 1-2. Left hand came first, followed by the right out of the southpaw stance, and the referee issuing a standing 8 count because it caught the advancing Nena flush. But again, if you're going to play counterpuncher, you've got to try and draw out that lead and then let go the shots you already had planned. Even though counterpunchers appear to strike second, none other than the late great Pernell Whitaker, multi-weight world champion and professional Olympic and the Olympic champion LA84, as Nene gets through with a good right hand. He said that the counterpuncher already knows what punch he's going to throw before he draws the lead from his opponent. On Nena, with a couple of solid shot successes in the second half of the round, but for the most part, surely the output and the pace was too low. And then in the closing stages of the round, having taken that shot, Ilyushanok scored with a cracking reverse 1-2 that brought about a standing count.
Seconds out.
So the second round in the book. And it's another clean sweep of the cards for the man from Israel.
Round 3.
So moving to the third round. And Tao Tuari Nena surely has got to do something different here. And up at 80 kilograms, these guys can really pack a punch. So there's always the possibility that a single shot could end it, but he's got so much experience. I'm not sure that Ilyushanov is going to stand there and allow himself to be knocked out, because the onus isn't on him to engage. He's piled up a commanding lead, having returned two 10-8 scorecards in round number 2. Right hand to the body was a scoring straight shot from Nenap. Good burst of punches to the body before bringing it up to the head from Nenap, from Ilyushanov. Neither man heeding the command to stop, despite the instructions from the referee. Good right hand to the body from Nenap. Now, has that hurt Ilyushanov? He's got on his bike, he's not punching, and he's dropped his hands. Does he recognize that? Can he go in search of it and look to score to the same place once again? At the halfway stage of the round, and the clock is the friend of Ilyushanov. And look at how he's breathing at the moment. A moment ago, his lips were pursed. Now he's opening the mouth just to get some oxygen into the lungs. Has the moment for Nenap passed, because he appeared to hurt his man with a good right hand to the body? He, of course, closer than I, and maybe didn't sense that, but that's certainly what it seemed like from our ringside commentary position here at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Center. So less than a minute remaining now for Nenap to try and turn things around. And again, it's difficult to discern the tactics, because look at that, Ilyushanov literally up on his toes and going for a jog here on this Friday evening. And I'm not quite sure how Nenap was intending to win this contest when he's not letting his hands go. The punch output hasn't been consistent enough. The pressure hasn't been sustained. And now on a 10-second clapper, he's digging away downstairs, but surely he needed this type of urgency. Certainly from the start of the round, he's letting his hands go with abandon in the closing 10 seconds of the round, but for my money, that's going to be a classic case of too little, too late. And the Oceania champion, well, I wonder how he's going to reflect on that contest when he and his team go back to the locker room. Because the man clearly has ability, but he hasn't really made life uncomfortable for Daniel Ilyushanov of Israel. On one occasion, he appeared to bring about a response when he scored to the body downstairs, and then just allowed Ilyushanov to maintain the gap between the two of them. So I think this has been an easy contest for the 5 scoring judges to score, and simply not enough work until this cameo at the 10-second clapper.
No points by unanimous decision. Here the boxer in the red corner, Daniel Ilyushanov, presenting Israel.
So, a unanimous points decision victory for Daniel Ilyushanov at the expense of Tao Tuari Nenap, the Oceania champion. Simply not busy enough during the course of that contest. Showed flashes of what he could do, particularly in the closing stages when he went for it on the 10-second clapper. But despite appearing to hurt his man to the body, didn't press home what could have been an opportunity. And it's Daniel Ilyushanov who goes through to the round of 16 in the 80-kilogram light heavyweight division. Some of the action from that contest.
Bout number 77 in ring B, in the weight category 80 kilograms. The referee, Uhtam Bazarov, Uzbekistan. In the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Serbia, Artyo Mageev. And please welcome his opponent in the blue corner, representing IBA neutral Colombia, Juan Diego Ortiz. The judges of the bout: Judge 1, Moldova; Judge 2, Cuba; Judge 3, Zimbabwe; Judge 4, Algeria; Judge 5, Azerbaijan.
So they're the 5 scoring judges who will preside over our next contest. Artyom Agajev, 33 years of age, from Serbia. Transferred to Serbia in 2020 from Russia. His opponent is Juan Diego Ortiz, 29 years of age, from the IBA Colombia team.
Round 1.
Well, we've got an intriguing contest in store here between 2 experienced professional boxers. It's an all-southpaw affair between Artyom Agajev, a 33-year-old who brings to the ring a perfect 5 wins out of 5 in the professional ranks. Made his pro debut back in July of 2018. His last outing was in August 3 years ago. The southpaw left over the top comes from the 10-1 professional Juan Diego Ortiz from the IBA neutral Colombia team. And of those 10 victories on his 10-1 ledger, 9 of them have come inside the distance for a 90% KO ratio. Made his debut in August 4 years ago. His last fight was as recently as August of this year. He has switched down or back to the 3-round format and competed in the Bogota Elite Championships as recently as last month. So 2 accomplished, hard-hitting light heavyweights here in action in the round of 32. Look at the feinting on the edge of range. There's a stab jab to the body, a scoring shot from Ortiz, and then a left cross upstairs. My goodness. Landed with a bent arm, but he got real leverage behind it, did Ortiz. Agajev took it well. Counter left hand is a scoring shot from Agajev. Good right hand bolo shot to the body was the final shot of that 3-punch cluster from Ortiz, and he's targeting the body consistently, thrusting out a right jab. Effective defenses behind the high held gloves from Agajev. Left crossed again from Ortiz. Agajev just moving away, or excuse me, moving counterclockwise to his right. That left cross, though, proving to be a dangerous weapon in this opening round. Ortiz going in search of it once again, but he's jabbing down to the body once more. Stepped in with a left cross with full commitment, but it went over the shoulder of his opponent. Oh, now that is hitting after the command of stop from Ortiz. Closing seconds of the opening round. Competitive round of boxing between 2 experienced operators there. Now, I happen to think that the man over in the blue corner was did the more effective work. Jab to the body was consistent. Agajev was in the round. I'm just not sure that he did enough to win the round. say the 5 scoring judges. It was competitive, but I thought shots such as that and the thrusting right jab to the body were enough to give it to the boxer in blue. But the scoring judges see it differently, and it's a 4-1 split in favor of Agajev. Only judge number 4 preferring the work of the man from representing Colombia.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So moving to the second round, and up behind a clumping right jab once again is Juan Diego Ortiz of Colombia. Artyom Agajev takes a hard right hand to the body, and again marauding his way forward is Ortiz. Agajev keeping his composure. Continental success back in 2022 as the light heavyweight champion of the European Championships from the edition in Yerevan, Armenia. Just making his man miss now by spinning around the clock face effectively. Just timing the attack that Ortiz is seeking to put together. Solid right jab. Pushed in by Ortiz. Physical on the inside. Nudging away with his free left hand was Ortiz. Ortiz going in search of the overhand left once again. He did drop down and score effectively to the body. Turned the left hand bolo shot underneath. And he really is committing to this left hand now, but the accuracy is decreased from Ortiz. Trying to bring it up from out of the line of sight now. Another overhand left goes over the shoulder of Agajev. There's a left cross which scores to the body from Ortiz, but is countered immediately by Agajev. Agajev tying his man up and preventing him from working while he's on the road, but freeing his hands and looking to dig away downstairs is Ortiz. That's a cracking right-left combination from Agajev, and he looks to wrap his man up at close quarters once again. Oh, that's a stern talking to from the referee in the direction of Agajev. Right back into the pocket, marches Ortiz. Did catch his man with a left cross on that occasion. It's physical on the inside once again. Looking for the counter right-left combination is Ortiz. Another competitive round of action in that second stanza. Now remember, the first round was taken on a 4-1 split by the man in the red corner. I thought the work of Ortiz merited a little more than that, but how will the second round be scored? Agajev with some eye-catching straights after making his man miss. So another competitive round of boxing in that second frame, and again Ortiz's body work, well again it's only been rewarded for one judge, so second consecutive round we've had a 4-1 split in favor of Artyom Agajev, which means that crucially from his perspective 3 of the scorecards see him ahead 20 points to 18. 2 judges have it level at 19 points apiece, Judge 2 and Judge 4.
Round 3.
So as we move into the third and final round, the man wearing blue, Juan Diego Ortiz, who entered this tournament with experience from the fantastic, oh, that's an overhand left which just grazes the jaw of Agajev. Mentioned the Continental Championship success of Agajev. Used to box in World Series boxing, did Juan Diego Ortiz. Fantastic tournament featuring 5-round boxing between the best IBA style boxers on the planet. On either side, or during the era when it was contested, IBA style boxing was contested in a head guard. So it was a real treat to see the guys at that era fight over the longer duration without the head guard. Head guards removed, of course, after the 2012 Olympics in global competition. So by the time we got to the 2013 World Champs in Kazakhstan, head guards are no longer a feature. Working to both body and head is Ortiz. Remember, he needs a massive final round here, but his accuracy just betraying him a little bit. Agajev walking a bit of a fine line here because he's claimed his man once more, and the referee has spoken to him on a couple of occasions about holding. Now, that is a really firm talking to. And Agajev won't want to have a point deduction because he's on his way to a 3-2 split decision victory here unless he is subjected to another warning or some dynamite boxing in the final minute and change from Ortiz. But again, we have to reinforce that at this weight, the guys can really crack, and it's not beyond the realm of possibility that a 90% KO ratio boxer like Ortiz, that the mouthpiece has been dislodged during that coming together. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that Ortiz could take his man out inside the distance. That's a low blow from Ortiz, which just dipped the knees of Agajev. Referee not penalizing it. There's an overhand left and followed by a right uppercut, and he's letting bombs go from both flanks. Is Juan Diego Ortiz in a bid to overturn the deficit that he faces, and he has certainly got the weaponry with which to do. Oh, what a right hand, and another one after the command of stop, and the count was going to be issued. The first right hand dipped the knees of Artem Agajev, and as he was getting back to something resembling upright, another right hand came thundering in out of that southpaw stance, and this is a long count now, which has really helped Artem Agajev. My goodness, what a storming conclusion to the round and the contest. The hard-hitting Juan Diego Ortiz bringing the thunder in the closing stages of the third and final round to dip the knees and almost drop Agajev. There's the first right hand. He didn't go down. Instinctually, he's letting another shot go. And then it was a really lengthy count, because just like Jack Dempsey in his rematch with Gene Tunney, he wasn't retreating to the neutral corner and staying there. And so while he's being directed back to that neutral corner, the count took an eon to unfold. And that gave Agajev precious time to recover and indeed see out the third and final round. After finding himself in a bit of a precarious position, this one could be incredibly close.
The winner of this bout, on points by split decision, here's the boxer in the red corner, representing Serbia, Artem Agajev.
Well, it's a 4-1 split in favor of Artem Agajev of Serbia, which means that the final round must have been taken on a 4-1 split by Juan Diego Ortiz, and how he took it. But he needed 10-8 rounds after trailing 20 points to 18 for 3 of the 5 scoring judges. A dramatic conclusion to this 80-kilogram light heavyweight contest. but it's Artyom Agajev who goes through to the round of 16. But my goodness, his corner would have been sweating in the final stages after his knees were dipped and his chin was checked by two right-hand thunderbolts from Juan Diego Ortiz.
Bout number 78, the ring B, weight category 80 kilograms. The referee is Steven Masiambumbi, Zimbabwe. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Kyrgyzstan, Ulu Omurbek Bekzhigit. And into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Greece, Michael Samalidis. Judges: Judge 1, Algeria. Judge 2, Kazakhstan. Judge 3, China. Judge 4, Russia. Judge 5, Croatia.
So there is the familiar IBA boxing figure of Omurbek Bekzhigit Ulu. His opponent is Mikhail Samalidis, 21-year-old from Greece.
Round 1.
So we're underway, and it's a bright start by the man in blue in this battle of boxers between Kyrgyzstan and Greece. The man wearing blue, who's on the front foot, is Mikhail Samalidis, 21 years of age, and he is setting about his man immediately. My goodness. And a man who's being put under pressure in the early stages, just spinning off the line effectively, keeping his composure, is Omurbek Bekzhigit Ulu, part of a 6-strong Mongolian boxing team, considering with plenty of experience under his belt. It's his 4th consecutive appearance at an IBA World Championships, and ever present since the edition in Yekaterinburg. He was then in Serbia and Tashkent 2 years ago, multiple national titles under his belt. And that is also the case for Mikhail Samalidis. It's actually a rematch from the World Championships 2 years ago, because in the second preliminary round, Mikhail Samalidis was eliminated by Omurbek Bekzhigit Ulu, so they know all about one another. Oh, and this perhaps round 4 is a cracking left hook, sunk beneath the right elbow of Samalidis by Bekzhigit Ulu. On the halfway stage of this high-tempo opening round, Samalidis getting through, clipping right hands at mid-range, back and forth action continuing at a brisk pace here. Beautiful left jab, snaps the head back of Bekzhigit Ulu, and he's keen to cover up and just regain his composure. Then he long bridges his man to maintain a gap between them. Works the body effectively. Coming back with a left-right, left-hook combination. And he tries that same salvo once again. My goodness, this one is really competitive. Good work to the body from Bekjigit Ulu. Shots may have been on the belt line, but no complaint from Samalidis, who's taken a crunching right uppercut on the inside. And then he guilty of long bridging his man, putting the heel of his glove into the face of Bekjigit Ulu. So a little bit of distress seemingly encountered by Bekjigit Ulu, was keen to cover up and hide behind high-held gloves, but he was out of punching range. Samalidis not giving him any room to breathe in the closing stages of what was a terrific opening round. Remember, these guys are 80-kilogram light heavyweight boxers, and they went at it like minimum weight. Incredible punch output. It was Samalidis who set about his man right from the opening bell. Bekjigit Ulu began to establish his timing and distance, but I'm not sure that he's done enough when you consider the strong conclusion to the round by Samalidis to take this opening round. He was certainly in the round, but I think Samalidis did the better work. Remember, we've got 5 scoring judges, the 10-point must system being used, and 4 of them have preferred the work of Mikhailis Samalidis after a cracking opening 3 minutes of boxing.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So we move into the second round. The first round was taken on a 4-1 split by Mikhail Samalidis, 2022 European Youth Championship gold medalist at 80 kilograms in the edition in Sofia in Bulgaria. At the under-23 championships last year in the same city, he participated in that continental event. Check left hook was an effective shot from Bekjigit Ulu, but he's being driven backwards once again by the incessant front foot pressure of Samalidis. There he scores down to the body, but look at the uppercut being turned underneath by Samalidis, and it's resulting in a fantastic trade-off. But Samalidis, for my money, getting the better of it with some eye-catching shots over the top and underneath, as the two men continuing to let their hands go furiously in the middle of the boxing ring. My goodness. They say that familiarity can breed contempt, as the shot lands on the hip from Bekjigit Ulu, and that just backs up Samalidis. Was he hurt to the body downstairs? Another right hand sinks in. Repeated body shots being blasted to the belt line of Samalidis, and they appear to be slowing the man down. What an adaptation by Bekjigit Ulu. And Mikhail Samalidis, his punch output has dropped like a stone. Right hand comes crashing through the middle from Bekjigit Ulu, and he takes a breather to back off, grinding his way forward. Here's Samalidis once again, just beyond the halfway stage of an utterly absorbing second round. Good right uppercut to the body once more from Bekjigit Ulu, countered by a left hand from Samalidis. And Samalidis appears to have weathered his bad patch, and he's back onto the front foot once again, looking to back up the man from Mongolia. There's another shot with threat to stray below the belt line from Bekjigit Ulu, and the two men letting their hands go at a furious clip. Uppercuts and hooks being ripped into both body and head. And still a minute remaining in this second round. Oh, they know all about one another from the previous edition of the World Championships. And I don't think there's anything between them so far in this second round. Bekjigit Ulu really appeared to put his man in a bad portion of the frame, and now he's looking to back him up to the ropes once again. He's changed his tactics, and credit to him for doing that. And it's resulted in a back alley brawl here in the middle of the boxing ring in Dubai. It's terrific two-way action that has been of the non-stop variety. Shouldering his man forward is Bekjigit Ulu. 10-second clapper, barely audible. As willing his way forwards once again is Samalidis. What a round, my goodness. And the briefest respectful touch of gloves from Samalidis. He didn't have anywhere to walk, being near his own corner. And he's perhaps thankful for that, because both men testing the conditioning of one another during what was an absolutely torrid second round. Fantastic response by Bekjigit Ulu, having conceded the first on a 4-1 split. Now, for what it's worth, I happen to think that bad patch that Samalidis seemed to go through when he was apparently hurt to the body, I think that portion has been enough for Bekjigit Ulu to take this second round. But what say the judges? And that's exactly what has happened. He's taken it on a 4-1 split. And so that means the distribution of scores sees it all square. 19 points apiece for all 5 scoring judges. It has come down to a 3-minute shootout in this rematch on the World Championship stage here in the round of 32.
Round 3.
Into the third and final round we go, in a contest where the momentum shifted around. Oh, that's a good right hand over the top once again from Bekjigit Ulu, but the momentum appeared to shift approaching the halfway stage of round number 2, because Omabek Bekjigit Ulu, the man from Mongolia, had real success to the body. He appeared to hurt Samalidis, and during that period of apparent distress, which he did well to disguise, Bekjigit Ulu was able to get on top, and he took the second round on a 4-1 split after conceding the first by the same margin. So the final 3 minutes will determine the outcome of this contest between these two familiar rivals. Jolting left jab scored by Samalidis. Oh, there's a roundhouse left, which just clips the chin of Samalidis. He telegraphs the left hook, was inaccurate with it. Minute gone in this final round. Both men have given an awful lot through the first 7 minutes of action. Samalidis continuing to will his way forwards. His legs, just from my ringside commentary position here, appear a little less steady than those of Bekjigit Ulu. Can Bekjigit Ulu dig down to the body to test his resolve and conditioning once again? As Samalidis, look at the circular motion that jab took back to the on-guard position. It went out straight, it came back by the kneecap. And that often the sign of a fatiguing fighter. Punches losing snap, and you'd expect nothing less when you consider how much both of these men have given in pursuit of victory here on the World Championship stage. Minute remaining in the final round, and a burst of sustained quality here from either boxer could well be decisive, as Bekjigit Ulu scoring to the body effectively. Samalidis looking to respond on the inside with his own bent-arm work at close quarters. Hammer and tongs punching from both boxers. Crisp right hand from Bekjigit Ulu, just stepping out of the breach, taking in a big lungful of oxygen before biting down and re-entering the fray is Samalidis. Each man keen to show the judges that they are not going to be the one who stops working, that their desire is greater than that of their opponent. It's an absolutely fantastic affair that has taken on an attritional quality, as both men fighting through the fatigue. Quality right hand landed by Bekjigit Ulu, and again able to bob and weave, but then put on the end of a flicking right hand from Samalidis. Slapping left hook is the final shot of the contest. My goodness, what a fantastic affair, and the body language of both boxers and their teams suggests that each think that they have done enough. It's an incredibly hard-fought contest between two familiar rivals where there was absolutely nothing between them. Samalidis took the first round on a 4-1 split. Bekjigit Ulu responded in the second round to take it on a 4-1 split, and in the final round they met one another in the middle of the boxing ring and worked away for the entire 3 minutes. This one could well be split. Which way is it going to go? Bekjigit Ulu just produced perhaps the better quality overall in the third, but it's incredibly close.
And the winner on this bout, On points by unanimous decision. And the boxer in the red corner.
And it's Omabek Bekshigit Ulu, who has earned a repeat victory on the World Championship stage over the man he eliminated back in the edition in 2023. You have to feel for Mikhail Samalidis. He came out storming. He's bitterly disappointed. So too are his coaching team, leaving the ring amid vocal expressions of their displeasure. But the boxers themselves gave absolutely everything in pursuit of victory. All 5 of the judges scoring the final round in favor of Bekshigit Ulu. Michael Samalidis will feel that he deserved a share of it to take it to bout review. But it's a unanimous point decision victory, 5 scores of 29-28. And with it being unanimous, that perhaps doesn't reflect how close and hard fought it was, because Samalidis, make no mistake, was in that contest every second of the way. Bitter disappointment for he and his team, but it's Omabek Bekshigit Ulu who goes through to the round of 16. There he'll face off against the former European champion, Artem Agajev, in the next round.
Bout number 79 in Ring B. In the weight category, 80 kilograms. Referee is Shanguli Medetnyazov, Turkmenistan. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Uzbekistan, Javogir Umataliev. And then in the blue corner, representing Haiti, please welcome Cedric Belloni Duliev. The judges: Judge 1, Cuba; Judge 2, Spain; Judge 3, Serbia; Judge 4, Bosnia-Herzegovina; Judge 5, Saudi Arabia.
So there is the 20-year-old sensation, Javgahir Umataliev. His opponent is 26-year-old Cedric Belloni Duliev. He, the tournament number 4 seed. What a contest we have in store here. So we're underway then. 80-kilogram light heavyweight action between boxers from Uzbekistan and Haiti. The southpaw wearing red is a 20-year-old wonder boy of Uzbekistan boxing. Comes to this ring having already taken World Championship gold in Liverpool at 80 kilograms earlier this year. And last year was the Asian Continental Champion at middleweight in the edition in Chiang Mai in Thailand. His opponent, wearing blue, is Cedric Belloni Duliev. Tournament number 4 seed, 26 years of age, the sole representative of Haiti. And he, a 2023 Pan Am Games bronze medalist at 80 kilograms from the edition in Santiago in Chile. Lives in Quebec and has medaled in the Canadian National Championships, given the place where he resides. But here as the lone representative of the French-speaking Caribbean island. So Baloni Duliep just bobbing it. One weaving on the edge of range, walking in with a right cross against the southpaw, but just evading that shot before tying his man up. It's Umataliev. So just beyond the halfway stage of this opening round, changing direction nicely and scoring with effective long straight left crosses to the body is Umataliev. Look at how wide his legs were as he reached over to his left, and that's a wonderful left hand to the body, creating angles beautifully. Is Umataliev. How about that for sticking and moving from being up on his toes to stepping into range and landing with a piercing 1-2 combination, followed by another left cross once again for whipping in a bolo left hand to the body. Very good portion of the round put together by Umataliev. Counter right hook from Umataliev after making the initial shot from Baloni Duliep for short.
So a clean sweep for the cards for Umataliev after 3 minutes of boxing.
Second out. Round 2.
So we move into the second round. Cedric Baloni Duliep, the tournament number 4 seed, conceding the first round unanimously. That's why he's come out with real urgency to begin this second, looking to quicken his feet and increase his head movement, closes the gap and lands with a good right hand, which was on the belt line. Well, I thought that was a fair blow against Umataliev, but he given a little bit of time to recover, and a stern talking to in the direction of Baloni Duliep from the referee. So looking to hold his feet and back his man up with that stiff left cross to the sternum. Umataliev. And now he's spoken to about keeping his punches up. Intriguing contest, this one. And now they're just holding his feet, a few moments to go, showing his back foot prowess, but he finds Baloni Duliep right in his wheelhouse, and he had success from close range. Physical on the inside once again. And the 20-year-old is keen to show that he's not going to be out-muscled in the physical exchanges on the inside. And on the resumption, feather-fisted combination being just touched out by Umataliev. Loss of balance from Umataliev, and then a right hand over the top just grazes his chin from Baloni Duliep. Physical exchanges ensue once again. Left cross through the middle of the guard from Umataliev, but looking to work the body and bring shots through the middle. That's another low blow with the left hand out of the southpaw stand from Umataliev. I think that's a case of sorry, not sorry, because he held his hand out to proffer an apology, but the damage was already done. So So just have to ensure that the belt line is visible. It appears that the protective cup just creeping up a little bit. So that's why the corner man adjusting so that the belt line is clear for all to see. So a minute remaining in this second round. Baloney Duliep continuing to apply pressure over that front foot. But he's shown that he's really composed boxing off the ropes and from corners. Is Umataliev. And in the event that his man gets close, he's got the physicality to wrap him up and spin him around. Another low blow from the left hand of Umataliev, but no complaint from Baloney Diep. He continues to press and look to work his man over in the corner, but look at that response to fight with fury out of the blue corner and then sinking in a right then left to the body beneath the elbows of Baloney Duliep. And it's resulting in a torrid trade-off in the middle of the boxing ring. Both boxers really going for it here. Another body shot on the belt line from Umataliev. But Baloney Duliep pursuing him right until the bell. My goodness, that was a hard-fought second round. Remember, the first one taken unanimously by Umataliev. I happen to think he did the better work in round number 2 as well, but make no mistake, Cedric Baloney Duliep in this contest every second of the way. And Umataliev will know that he's in a fight. And there's confirmation. I think a 10-8 scorecard is particularly harsh because I thought Baloney Duliep was well in that contest, or well in that 3 minutes of boxing. So we've got 4 cards of 20 points to 18. Judge number 3 has it 20 points to 17 with 3 minutes remaining.
Round 3.
So as we move into the third and final round of this 80-kilogram light heavyweight affair, the man wearing blue, the reigning Pan Am Games bronze medalist, competed in the Olympic Games last year. Courtesy of that Olympic bronze. Well, he has got to find something. A big final round because he's trailing 20 points to 18 for judges 1, 2, 4, and 5. Judge number 3 returned a 10-8 scorecard in round number 2. Cedric Baloney Duliep always looking to take it to his man, but just producing the more consistent quality is Umataliev. And he's demonstrated that he's comfortable boxing off the ropes, out of the corners, on the front foot, holding his feet or on his toes, circumnavigating the ring. He showed good variety in his repertoire as well, as now he elects to stand and show his ability to box in a phone booth. Well, he's appeared rock solid, has Umataliev. So too has Cedric Baloney Duliep. There's a hard right hand driven into the sternum from Duliep. Check left hook from Umataliev as he spins off the line clockwise. And now, again, just showing a different facet to his fighting craft is Umataliev. Comfortable up on his toes. Comfortable during the roughhouse tactics at close range. And for the second time in this contest, the belt line and the protective cup just requires some running repairs from the Haitian cornerman. So he's got just over a minute to find the storming finish that he needs. Cedric Baloney Duliep. And he's going for it with that left hand, hooking an uppercut into both head and body. But like the competitor he is, Umataliev answering right back. Both men digging down to the body to test the conditioning of the opponent. So the clock continuing to elapse here. Umataliev now up on his toes on the edge of range. Good whipping bolo shot to the body, and then looks for the same shot once again. Baloni Duliep continuing to press. Nice defense with the right glove to ward off the incoming left hand. Then made Umataliev miss, but couldn't make him pay. Good right hook off the rope from Umataliev. Nice head movement in the pocket from Baloni Duliep. Rabbit punch slung in by Baloni Duliep, perhaps just a sign of his frustration that he was wrapped up in a clinch by Umataliev. And well, I don't think they'll be exchanging Christmas cards, these guys. No love lost between them, as it was hard fought right up until the final bell. Very competitive affair. Cedric Baloni Duliep having success on the inside, but the man who had greater success for my money was the man from Uzbekistan. Showed a little bit of everything over the course of that contest. Cedric Baloni Duliep, tournament number 4 seed, competing right up until the final bell, but I don't think he's done enough to be declared a victor here. Conceded the first 2 rounds unanimously, and I think the third round is likely to be scored in a similar vein. Let's get the official particulars at the conclusion of that contest.
And the winner of this bout, on points by unanimous decision, is the boxer in the red corner, representing Uzbekistan, Javohir Umataliev.
So, Javohir Umataliev, a unanimous point decision victor of the Paris Olympian and 2023 Pan Am Games bronze medalist Cedric Baloni Duliep, the tournament number 4 seed, eliminated. Had his pockets of success, but overall it was the man who claimed World Boxing World Championship gold in Liverpool who got the better of that contest, and that is why he is going through to the round of 16. Will it be a double World Championship success in the course of the calendar year for Javohir Umataliev of Uzbekistan? The 20-year-old with a very impressive display against an accomplished, experienced opponent.
Bout number 80 in Ring B, the weight category 92 plus kilograms. Referee Wilfredo Vasquez Calero, Cuba. In the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Iran, Amir Ismaili Vandai. And in the blue corner, representing IBA Pro, Iman Ramezanampurdevar. Judges: Judge 1, Croatia; Judge 2, Zimbabwe; Judge 3, Algeria; Judge 4, Azerbaijan; Judge 5, Uzbekistan.
So there is the 19-year-old from Iran, Amir Ismaili Vandai. His opponent is the 30-year-old Iman Ramazanpour Delvar. He here is part of the IBA professional team. So we move into the heaviest weight class of all here at Dubai 2025, the 92 kilogram plus super heavyweight division. And it featured boxers, both of whom hail from Iran. The man wearing red is 19-year-old Amir Ismaili Vandai. Come to the ring with terrific success under his belt. From the youth ranks, took Asian Youth Gold last year and World Youth Bronze in 2024 in Budva, Montenegro. I was ringside to commentate on that tournament. And it was the eventual champion, Adam Alanyan of Ireland, who bested him in the semi-final. Southpaw wearing blue, representing the IBA professional team here. Comes to the ring with a 2-1 professional record, and that is Iman Ramazanpour. And commentated on extensively over the years, the Delvar, which has been stitched together on his registration here, but that often isn't used in international tournaments. Counter right hand was an effective shot from Ismaili Vandai. It's a real contest between youth and experience here as Ramazanpour digs down to the body with the left hand, but standing his ground and answering immediately is Ismaili Vandai. Looking to really test his younger adversary is Ramazanpour. It's a hard-hitting affair through the first 2 minutes of this round. So just looking to break up the defenses with that lead left hand is Ismaili Vandai. Big swing and a miss with the right hand, because stepping back effectively was Ramazanpour, and he came back with a good left hand to the body and then turned it into a southpaw right hook, which cannoned off the glove of Ismaili Vandai. Beautiful left cross straight down the pipe from Ramazanpour, closing seconds of what has been a hard-hitting opening round. Another left hook out of the southpaw stance, this time effectively defended by the right glove of Ismaili Vandai. Hard-fought opening round. Some of the action from the first. Wonderful precision with that right cross against the southpaw. So both men enjoying terrific success. Body work can often be difficult to discern. I hope that it's been rewarded for Ramazanpour, and indeed it has, because he's taken the opening round on a 3-2 split. Judges 2, 3, and 5 preferring the work of the man from the IBA Pro team. He one of a 7-strong IBA professional team here. There are 3 men representing Iran.
Round 2.
So we move into the second round then. And again, with both of these boxers hailing from the Islamic Republic of Iran, the question is, to who is going to remain the king of the hill, because even though he's here representing IBA Pro, good right hand landed from Esmaili Van Dijk, but the man representing IBA Pro, the 30-year-old southpaw in blue, has taken multiple national titles on the domestic scene. And the man who you get the sense is coming, looking to remove him from his pedestal of prominence, is the 19-year-old sensation Amir Esmaili Van Dijk. In addition to his world bronze last year, he competed on a world stage earlier this year as he lands a clumping left jab, and then both men really committing to attacks to the body. At the World Boxing World Championships in Liverpool, he shared the ring with the iconic figure of Julio Cesar La Cruz. La Cruz slimmed down and competing in the 92-kilogram heavyweight division rather than the super heavyweight division that he contested in Liverpool a few months ago. Counter right hand not too far away from Esmaili Van Dijk. Just over the halfway stage of this second round. Remember, the first was edged on a 3-2 split by Iman Ramezanpour. And in addition to his multiple national titles, he was ringside to commentate on him at the Asian Games, contested in 2023, remember, after the delay to that multinational or multi-sport Asiad. He was a quarter-finalist at super heavyweight. And as recently as September, he fought in IBA Pro, losing over 6 rounds to Bekan Israilov in Ufa in Russia. Good left-right combination from Esmaili. Oh, that's a cracking left hook to the ribcage from Ramezanpour. My goodness, both of these men planting their feet into the canvas and letting the leather fly here now. Counter-punching on the inside from Ramezanpour once again as he continues to drop the body, and that drop shots to the body, and now with the head open he scores with a cracking 2-shot combination. Really clever punch picking from Ramezanpour, bringing the hands down with hurtful attacks to the body, courtesy of sumptuous hooks that have been slung in. And when the hands came down slightly, almost instinctually, while the chin presented a relatively open target, and he took full advantage. What a conclusion to the round, my goodness. Hard-hitting stuff between these compatriots. Again, a lot of the contest was boxed in that type of territory. There's a right hand around the corner, but then look at that, slipping to the left and catching his man beneath the right elbow on the counter. And you see how his right hand dropped immediately to protect that flank. Wonderful body punching demonstrated by Ramezanpour. So let's take a look at the scores. So it's a 3-2 split, this time in favor of Amir Esmaili Van Dijk. So judges 2, 3, and 5 preferring the work of the man in red, which means that going into the final round, there is absolutely nothing between these two boxers from Iran. It is all square, 19 points apiece. And this is a real interesting passage of body language, because Iman Ramezanpour was up off his stool early to answer the bell, whereas Amir Esmaili Van Dijk was still slumped on his stool or sat on his stool when the bell sounded to begin, or when the timekeeper indicated that the round was to get underway.
So Ramezanpour keen to show his younger opponent that he is still fresh and up for the fight here. He's just been put on the end of a right cross. So it's all come down to the final 3 minutes. After Ramezanpour edged the first, perhaps courtesy of his more accurate and impressive body punching in the first round. Oh, there's another left hand to the body. Terrific shot downstairs, slung in with bad intentions by Iman Ramezanpour. So a minute remaining, or a minute gone in this final round. And he's continuing to invest heavily in body shots. Here's Ramezan Pour, just looking to bring the defenses down of his teenaged opponents. And I think the referee is almost being rendered incidental here. So keen are these two men to get back into the fray. What a right hand landed. And then two shots slung into the body by Esmaili Vendai. Left hand to the body in response by Ramezan Pour. Blistering back and forth action here. And the referee really having his hands full to keep these two hulking super heavyweights under control. Reverse 1-2. Left-right success out of the southpaw stance from Ramezan Pour. Each man keen to let their hands go, and this just a little bit of a gentleman's agreement to take a breather because neither man is looking to free their hands and get busy on the inside. Okay, energy levels have recovered a little bit, and now they go again.
With the contest in the balance, remember we have parity across the scorecards of all 5 judges.
And a moment of quality here
Could well prove to be decisive. There's another good left hand downstairs by Ramezan Pour, but answering with clipping right hands upstairs is Esmaili Vendai. And of course, this division more than any other capable of producing a single shot finish. So both of these boxers are going to have to remain wary of what's coming back when they're letting their hands go. So there's the 10-second clapper. Esmaili Vendai looking to get busy. Firing in his left hand at close range is Ramezan Pour, and both men punching right up until the final bell. What an absolutely pulsating contest to open our 92 kilogram plus super heavyweight tournament here. That's an example of the body punching produced by Aman Ramezan Pour. But the counter-punching upstairs, such as that clipping right cross against the southpaw from Amir Esmaili Vendai, cannot be discounted. Terrific two-way action throughout the entirety of the 3-3-minute rounds. Now again, I happen to think that the man in blue's bodywork was perhaps the decisive factor in that third and final round. But what say the scoring judges?
And the winner of this bout, on points by split decision, is the boxer in the blue corner, Iman Ramezan Pour.
So Iman Ramezan Pour, a split decision victor over his teenage compatriot Amir Esmaili Vendai, the 2024 Asian Youth Champion and 2024 World Youth Bronze Medalist. Standing for a photograph as we take a look at the present and a man who is no doubt the future. What a wonderful shot, and what a contest produced in this battle between youth and experience. The draw tossing up a battle between two boxers from Iran. So much respect from one another. But it's still King of the Hill status retained for Iman Ramezan Pour Delvar. The multiple national champion here representing IBA Pro progresses through to the round of 16 after a hard-fought, heavy-hitting 4-1 split decision victory over Amir Esmaili Vendai. What a contest.
Bout number 81 in Ring B. super heavyweight category. Referee Arman Burkibayev, Kazakhstan. In the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Germany, Alexander Kasimov. And in the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Tajikistan, Muhammad Abroridinov. Judges: Judge 1, Serbia. Judge 2, Algeria. Judge 3, Kyrgyzstan. Judge 4, China. Judge 5, Moldova.
So there is Alexander Kasimov. His opponent from Tajikistan. Is Mohammed Abroidinov.
Round 1.
So we're underway. Action in the round of 32 in the super heavyweight division between boxers from Germany and Tajikistan. And a man swarming his way forwards, wearing red, is Germany's Alexander Kasimov. His opponent, just looking to establish his own rhythm, wearing blue, is Mohammed Abroidinov. But good work to the body of the fast-fisted variety by Kasimov. Clever uppercut being turned in off the ropes by the man from Tajikistan. So, trip to the canvas during that, coming together near the ropes. Didn't get back to his feet too briskly, Kasimov. But look at that left, right, straight in between the defenses. And then following up with a stab jab to the body by Abroidinov. Clumping left hands being pistoned in by Abroidinov. Abroidinov really is beginning to find a range behind his long, straight jabs here now. And standing in that type of territory as a more compact boxer is perhaps not a good place for the man from Germany to be. A low blow, but no complaints from Abroidinov. hand landed, followed by backhand success and another clumping left hook, and just a little bit of a glare exchange between the two at the end of that up-tempo opening round in this super heavyweight bout. So it's a clean sweep of the card for Mohamed Abroidinov. 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges.
Second out. Round 2.
So moving to the second round. Mohamed Abroidinov has gained terrific experience over the course of his IBA boxing career. Competed in the Asian Games in 2022 and other national tournaments as well. Shared the ring with the 2-time Olympic champion Bakidir Jalolov. So he only growth from those experiences, and now he's beginning to assert his dominance here between a stiff left jab and turning uppercuts underneath. But that right hand over the top, it remains a threatening weapon in the armory of Kasimov. Big swing and a miss with the left hand from Kasimov. But when he's able to maintain a gap, Abroidinov, not only does he maintain clear distance between himself and his opponent, but put some distance between them in terms of, oh, there's a wonderful jab, came behind the right cross, and it was loaded with leverage just to snap the head back of Kasimov. Kasimov momentarily turned southpaw, looking to work his way inside, but it's a real deterrent. The stiff straight left of Abroidinov. So Kasimov continuing to press. Lands a good left hook to the body. Spinning smartly out of the corner is Abroidinov. Oh, that's a cracking 2-punch combination. Right hand, left hook, and it completely stopped Kasimov in his tracks. Closing seconds of the second round. There's another left hook to check the chin of Kasimov. Strong conclusion to the round for the second frame in succession by Abroidinov. Right uppercut not too far away, but Kasimov taking those heavy punches well, and he's walking his way back into contention. So 2 rounds completed, and for my money, he's going to be the man in blue, who's in a commanding position with 3 minutes remaining, because he was just as assertive, if not more so, in that second round compared to the first. Kasimov kept on pressing, but ran into punches such as that on a pretty regular basis. And this was a success on the ropes, to snap the head back with the corkscrew left hand from Abroidinov.
seconds out.
So second consecutive clean sweep of the cards for Mohamed Abroidinov. All 5
Round
scoring
3.
judges scoring each of the completed 2 rounds for him. Wonderful lead left stick. Snaked out once again by Abroidinov. Well, that's hitting on the break for my money. The referee issues the command of stop or break. There must be a clean break and step back. But of course, the onus is on the response. The onus is on the boxer to observe the referee's mantra and protect yourself at all times. I've seen it quite a few times during the course of these championships of boxers trying to help themselves to a free shot by sneaking one in on the break. Kasimov, that's a good right hand over the top, causing Abroidinov to grin that dark gum shield. And again, trailing 20 points to 18 for all of the scoring judges means that Kasimov needs a massive final round. Both men appear to be feeling the pace here now. Their punches just a little less velocity on them when compared to the start of the contest. That unsurprising, of course, but they have to remain locked in and switched on. Because shots like that right hand over the top from Kasimov could well turn out the lights. Slapping left hand landed by Abroidinov off the back foot. He appears to have had something of a second wind after he just took a breather for a few moments in this third, and is now asserting himself over that front foot, looking for holes in the defenses of Kasimov. Left-right combination off the back foot is an eye-catching cluster from Abroidinov. Oh dear me, now that's not necessary at all. 2 men got in a tangle, the referee called break, and Abroidinov just saying, get off me, and shoved him across the ring. So Kasimov looking for that right hand over the top once again. Needs a knockout now, there's the man in red. Has done since the start of the round, truth be told, but of course there is always a possibility of producing a dominant final round to get back into contention on the scorecards in a contest where we're trailing 20 points to 18 for all 5 scoring judges. So an attritional affair comes to an end here in this penultimate bout of session 3B, a hard-fought affair indeed, where both boxers gave absolutely everything in pursuit of victory. It's going to be the man in blue who's declared as the victor. Kasimov helping himself to shots on the break. That's a little bit naughty. And having been, but that one perfectly legal, cracking right cross over the top against the southpaw. But it was Abduraimov who, having been put on the end of that foul, says, here, hold that. And just pushes his man over to the canvas. When they remained within the rules, it was a very hard-fought affair in it, with a man in blue who goes through.
Points by unanimous decision is the boxer in the blue corner, Mohamed Abroidinov, Tajikistan.
So Mohamed Abroidinov goes through to the round of 16 here, prevailing in a hard-fought contest over the man from Germany, Alexander Kasimov. But he controlled things effectively with his straight punches. Had to take some shots as well, as you would expect on the World Championship stage, but he dealt with his opponents effectively, and despite the best efforts of Alexander Kasimov, it is Mohamed Abroidinov who goes through to the round of 16. And there he will face off against a man from Iran, Ramazan Pour, the IBA pro, who had just come through his own grueling contest in the round of 32.
Bout number 82 in Ring B in the super heavyweight category. Referee Sergei Zhurkin, Russia. In the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing IBA neutral India, Bikramjit Singh. And in the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Kyrgyzstan, Mirzakir Koshaliev. Judges: Judge 1, Croatia; Judge 2, Turkmenistan; Judge 3, Zimbabwe; Judge 4, Iraq; Judge 5, Cuba.
So bout number 14, our final bout of this session, features boxers from IBA neutral India, and there is 26-year-old Bikramjit Singh. His opponent is the teen sensation Mirzakir Koshaliev. He's from Kyrgyzstan.
Round 1.
So our final bout of session 3B is in the super heavyweight division between boxers from IBA India and Kyrgyzstan. The boxer wearing red, operating out of the southpaw stance, is Bikramjit Singh, 26 years of age, part of a 13-strong Indian boxing team, and a man just edging his way forward before slinging in a right hand. Mirzakir Koshaliev. Oh, that's a cracking right uppercut, left hook from Koshaliev. Just dipped the knees of Bikramjit Singh, but he's recovered effectively and scores with a good right jab to the body. But despite being just 18 years of age, Mirzakir Koshaliev has enjoyed terrific success so far in his international career. And here he is in his first Senior World Championships, fresh off the back of claiming Asian Under-22 gold in Colombo in Sri Lanka earlier this year. And he was named the best male boxer at the championships. And that isn't a distinction often earned by super heavyweights. Nice right hand from Koshaliev. And Roberto Bellado on Cuba's return to the Olympic scene in Barcelona '92 is Koshaliev. And a good right hand. Roberto Bellado took the Val Barker Trophy in Barcelona '92. Oh, that's a cracking left cross landed by Singh. Good right hand to the body. from Koshaliyev. Oh, nice corkscrew right hand from Singh, but countered immediately by Koshaliyev. But Singh is seeking to impose his authority through this remaining 30 seconds of the round. Good right hand to the body, takes the left jab in response from Koshaliyev. So just looking to drive the bigger man backwards. Here's Bikramjit Singh. He scores with a wonderful right jab inside the 10-second clapper. Good round of boxing, where both men enjoyed success. Super heavyweights, of course, their weight's not announced, but there is a considerable disparity in weight, one would suggest, between Bikramjit Singh and Mirzakir Koshaliyev. Competitive opening round of boxing, where despite having his knees dipped briefly on just one occasion, Singh got himself right back into it out of that southpaw stance. He's been edged out on a 3-2 split, but that a just reflection of what occurred in the first 3 minutes.
Second out. Round 2.
So we move into the second round. Right cross was an accurate shot that just snaked its way in between the defenses of Singh. Now just looking to control the distance with his jab. Here's Koshaliyev, marauding his way forwards once again out of that southpaw stance is Singh. I say southpaw, now he's operating as an orthodox boxer. Nice turn out of the pocket from Koshaliyev. Clumping shot landed to the body from the right hand of Koshaliyev. Just looking for room behind the left glove as Singh now back in this port-sided stance. Takes the shot as he's seeking to walk his man down to the corner. Pot-shotting effectively through this port passage of the round is Koshaliyev. Another right-hand success. There's a scoring shot. There's the same shot once again from Koshaliyev. Then look at how he answered the telephone, getting that right glove up to his temple to fend off the incoming attack from Singh. Well, Singh trying to give his man different looks here. Burst of shoe-shine punches, ending with a left hook from Koshaliyev, who's now operating behind the half-cover guard. He getting onto the front foot for one of the few times in the contest. And just look to back his man up. So beyond the halfway stage of this second round, a nice pivot in the pocket once again from Koshaliyev. Koshaliyev just beginning to back his man up with more consistency now. And he's, oh, that's a wonderful three-shot combination from Koshaliyev. And Singh could well have felt the effects of that. That's a rabbit punch around the head of Singh from Koshaliyev. But again, I suggested that there's a considerable gap in size and bulk between these two boxers. Right hand to the body is a roundhouse scoring shot from Koshaliyev. Singh gamely firing back. But I think the sheer toll of dealing with a man who is so much larger in terms of bulk and mass beginning to have an effect on Bikramjit Singh here. He was edged out in the first on a 3-2 split, but I think this was an altogether more commanding 3 minutes of boxing from Mirzakir Koshaliyev. I wouldn't be surprised to see a unanimous verdict returned in favor of the man in blue. And if he was able to assert his dominance, because the toll of constantly tussling with a much bigger man is beginning to take effect, while it could be a long final 3 minutes for Bikramjit Singh in that red corner.
Seconds out.
Oh, there is the scores, and it's a clean sweep of the cards for Koshaliyev. So we've 3 minutes of boxing remaining. We have two tied scores of 19 points apiece and 3 scores of 20 points to 18 for judges 2, 4 and 5 in favor of Koshaliyev. Took the second round unanimously after edging the first on a 3-2 split. Now credit to Bikramjit Singh, because he has responded beautifully after appearing to be just feeling the pace in the closing stages of the second round. Wasn't able to sustain his attacks or back the man in blue up. And in stark contrast, Koshaliyev just began to walk his man down and make him give ground. Here's another left jab once again to catch the advancing Singh. Left-right combination. It was a sharp cluster from Koshaliyev. So approaching the halfway stage of the third and final round in a contest where Bikramjit Singh needs a knockout. He's continuing to launch that southpaw left with abandon, but the defenses from the raised right glove serving the man in blue well. Look at how comfortably he is under fire. Just again, moving those forearms, getting them up to the defensive position to block the incoming shots. Bikramjit Singh takes a right jab on the edge of range there, and that is not where he wants to be. But again, he's putting forth such a magnificent effort. But in these types of exchanges, one suspects that's going to drain his gas tank far more quickly than it does of Koshaliyev. They're both in the same weight class, but it's an unlimited weight class. Good left cross on the resumption from Singh. Koshaliyev demonstrating good composure here. Leaping left hook is a scoring shot, although it may have been with the inside of the glove. So Bikramjit Singh, you have to give this man credit for the manner in which he's contested this bout, never stopped trying, always going in pursuit of the big third round he needed. He appeared to be a little worse for wear during round number 2, but responded impressively. He's not done enough to win the round, I don't think, and clearly that means he won't win the contest, because Koshaliyev wasn't sent to the canvas or punched out of the proceedings, but they're an example of the composure under pressure from Mirzakir Koshaliyev. Just able to employ something resembling the Philly shell defense. Didn't seek to tuck his chin behind his shoulder, but just content to remain on the ropes and avoid pressure by slipping and sliding and moving that head.
And the winner of the bout, points by unanimous decision, and the boxer in the blue corner, Mirzakir Kosaliev, Kyrgyzstan.
So there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Mirzakir Kosaliev. The 19-year-old from Kyrgyzstan goes through to the round of 16 in the super heavyweight division with a very impressive display. And there he will face off against the number 3 seed from New Zealand, and that will take place in the next round. So that concludes the action for this third session of boxing. Take a look at some of the replays before signing off for what is going to be a brief intermission, because we are back at the top of the hour. But a very good display indeed for Mirzakir Kosaliev. Bikramjit Singh deserves immense credit because he never stopped competing. But in many respects it appeared to be a catchweight contest, such as the disparity in size between these two boxers. Showed his switch hitting ability and his punch variety, but always cool and calm under pressure was Mirzakir Kosaliev, and he will go through to the round of 16.
And welcome everybody to day 2 of the IBA Men's World Boxing Championships 2025 from Dubai, and that is the schedule in Ring A for this 5 o'clock session.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome back to the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Stadium for our 3rd session for the IBA Men's World Boxing Championships 2025. We have another day of great action ahead with boxers from around the world competing for the coveted IBA crown and, of course, the record-breaking prize pool. Our first contest in Ring A is bout 55 in the 48 kilogram minimum weight division. And your referee for this contest from Kyrgyzstan is Bekzad Abdurashidov. Please welcome into the ring in the red corner, representing Botswana, Kobamelo Molategi.
So we get underway with the 48 kilogram division. This late afternoon we have minimum weight and welterweight, light heavyweight, super heavyweight.
Into the blue corner, representing Papua New Guinea, David Ome.
So that's Molategi making his way up into the ring. Boxer of the World Championships in 2023, the African Championships the year before. Has had a couple of fights as a pro, and this is David Ome of Papua New Guinea. Took part in the Oceania Championships in September.
Your judges come from Tajikistan, Palestine, Armenia, Romania, and Afghanistan.
Bowing to all sides of the ring. And this is the lowest weight division. At the end of the session we'll see the super heavyweight, so we're going to both ends of the spectrum this afternoon. Beautiful conditions, they really are. A little bit cooler than yesterday probably, just a touch more of a breeze, but still plenty warm enough. So touch of gloves between the two. And very shortly we will get underway. Kobamelo Molategi of Botswana in the red, David Ome of Papua New Guinea in the blue. Left hand there from Molategi, landed nice and early. He's got the height and reach advantage on his opponent here. Carries that lead left hand pretty low. And Ome looking to try and take advantage of that maybe with that right hand, trying to come over the top of that pretty low jab hand for Molategi. He looks like he's got quite a curious habit, Ome. He throws that right hand and then he steps off to his left hand side, almost in kind of slow motion. And he's done it again there. It's a funny little kind of step kick he takes. He throws the right hand and then he disappears off on the diagonal. And he's done it again there. The right foot, the back foot kind of comes round and he almost ends up in a southpaw stance. Right hand into the body there from Ome, just quickening up those feet. Molategi just needs to pop that jab, use that height, use that reach, and see if he can keep this on the outside. He's in against somebody relatively unorthodox here. Nice right hand to the body there from Ome. Molategi just allowing him to get close there. Poking a bit with the jab there, Molategi. Ome again just quickens his feet up and looks for that right hand into the body. Into the final minute of round one. throwing that right hook and then just moving off to his right-hand side, Molatlegui. Decent looking straight right there from him. It's not been the easiest round to score, to be honest, because neither of these two have landed an awful lot. Molatlegui looks capable, as I said, of establishing that jab, popping out the 1-2 and keeping his man at bay, but Ome is looking to try and get on him all of the time. Despite some technical shortcomings, he's done a reasonable job of that at times, particularly with the right hand to the body. So into the final few seconds of round one, this opening fight in Ring A on day 2. Had some fantastic fights yesterday, particularly in the, I'll call it the nighttime session. We've got an evening session and a nighttime session. We have 3 first-round stoppages. Some big punching. We had a head clash, we had all sorts. A great fight between Michael Lukalu and Kasim Abudabart as well, which went all the way. And Molatlegui there just landing a lead left hand, and you get the feeling he did enough in that opening round, but at the same time you also got the feeling he could have done a bit more.
Seconds out.
And it's Molatlegui who gets it 10-9s across the board. So it's a big round for Ome.
2.
A little bit busy with the hands at the start of the second round, Molatlegui. Ome again just still trying to close that space down on him. Referee spotted that. He just trapped the arm of Ome. In full view of the referee. Minute gone in round 2. Ome still trying to close that gap, still trying to get in tight as much as he can. Molatlegui switches southpaw briefly, catches him with a right hand as he came in there. And again, then just steps off to his right. Decent combination there from the fighter in red. Good right hand there from Ome, and he touched down there, I think, Molatlegui. The glove, I think, hit the canvas, and that's why the referee just wiped the glove off. He's allowed boxing to go on pretty quick there. He didn't give any kind of a count. That was a touchdown. So slightly curious that from the ref that he didn't give a count there, because from where I was sitting, that right glove did touch the ring canvas. Right hand there from Molatlegui, but that was exactly what Ome needed. And I wonder what that will do to the scores for this second round into the final 30 seconds of it. Ome needs this round. He needs it with at least 3 of the judges. You drop the first round across the board with all 5 of them. You've got to turn it around in the second round, and the minimum you need is 3 out of 5, because that gives you a chance then. So the bell goes just as Ome was shaping to throw another right hand, and he really caught him with that shot just in the neutral corner here, right up above us. But it was around the outside of that right hand from Ome. Molatlegi did dominate. So it would be surprising if that single shot. And there it is. Just caught him with a little bit with the inside of the glove. I don't think it's going to have had too much of a bearing with the judges. And you look at the scores there, and he swept it again then, Molatlegi.
Seconds out.
And there's a 10-8 in there as well. 10-8 in there, I think a little bit generous, but Ome now basically needs a knockout in this third and final round.
Third and final round.
And we've not seen anything in this fight so far to suggest that that is a realistic possibility. You do never know, of course, but you don't tend to get too many stoppages at these lower weights. And Molatlegi is just slightly frustrating at times because you get the feeling that he could put more into these punches. He doesn't need to load up on anything, but you do certainly get the impression that there's a bit more to come. And just poking with the jab and then again just bringing through the right hand. But it's doing a job for him. Right hand on the break there from Ome. The referee having a word with Molatlegi about holding. But he got clipped by a pretty lively looking right hand there from Ome. And there's the jab from Molatlegi, and it gets through, but you just feel if he put a bit more rotation into that, just put his hips into it a bit more, he can land it a lot more solidly without too much more effort, really. Ome just trying to steam onto the inside here, just past the midway point of round 3 rather. And the referee, I think, just wanting Molatlegi to engage a little bit more there as we head into the final minute. The only way this can really go wrong for him is if he does walk onto something. As I said at the start of the round, that doesn't seem likely. Ome, though, is doing his best to try and make that happen. And Ome enjoyed that. And turned southpaw there, Molatlegi, and did put a little bit more gas on that left hand as he threw it. And Ome again just looking to try and get after him. He's been game here, David Ome. He's tried to bring the fight to Molatlegi all the way through. He hasn't had a great deal of success, but it's never stopped him persevering. Another smearing right hand doesn't quite land as we get to the end there, and knowing what the scores were going into that third round, the lead that Molatlegi had, he needed 10-8s in that final round. David Ome, I wouldn't say that we're going to see scores of that variety, so I think Molatlegi is going to make his way through to the next stage, but the next time we see him, it would be good to see him just put a little bit more on his punches, and I don't think it would see him take any undue risks doing that. Just slow those feet down a fraction and just put a bit more into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecards where we have a unanimous decision in favor of your winner. In the red corner, representing Botswana, Kobamelo Molafegi.
So safely through Kobamelo Molafegi, and the final round went 4-1 in his favour. There was one scorecard there from the Romanian judge. He gave that to Ome for effort, I think, really. He put plenty into that fight.
And we stay in the 48 kilo division. Our first two fights, first three actually, of the session are at minimum weight. And just waiting for these fighters to leave the field of play. And for our new team of officials to arrive. Five scoring judges at ringside as always, using the 10-point must.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is also in the 48 kilogram minimum weight division, and your referee for this contest from Serbia is Maria Petrovic. Please welcome into the ring first in the red corner representing Ethiopia, Abel Abati Alemu.
So coming into the red corner, Abel Abati Alemu of Ethiopia.
And also please welcome his opponent coming into the blue corner representing Nepal, Lal Prasad Upreti.
And in the blue corner, Lal Prasad Upreti got to the last stage of the Asian under-22s a couple of times, boxed in the Asian Elites in 2024 as well. The more experienced of the two.
Your judges for this contest come from Italy, Tunisia, Sri Lanka, Colombia and Latvia.
And these two have been called to the centre. And there goes the opening bell. Alemu with Ethiopia in the red, Upreti of Nepal in the blue. Alemu boxing out of the orthodox stance, Upreti a southpaw. That's the way the pair of them have started, at least anyway. Look at that high guard, or those high held hands that he's got there, Alemu. He's offering Upreti plenty of body right from the beginning. And he looks for that straight left into the midriff there, Upreti. And he's just dropped those hands a little bit straight away there, Alemu. Referee just telling Upreti to keep that head up. You don't want head clashes. Picking up a cut at the early stage of a competition can be a problem. You don't want to see a fight finish that way either. Just popping off the short left hand there, Upreti. Good right hand there from Apretti, just dipped and then threw it up from the waist, landed, and then stepped off to his right hand side. He's taking some interesting angles here at times, Apretti. That's a decent combination there, though, from Alemu. A lot of movement from the waist from Apretti. Dips low at the waist, a lot of lateral movement. Look to try and time the uppercut there as Alemu came in. Didn't quite manage to pull it off, but it was a good idea. Closing seconds around one. The head's almost coming together there right at the end of the round. Decent opening round between these two. Stylistically quite different. And Apretti, I think, did the more eye-catching work of the pair of them. There's that neat left hand, and then just rolls off to his left hand side. He's got good balance. There's maybe a little bit extravagant with his movement at times. It's quite a tiring way to fight when you move laterally quite as much as he does and dip quite as low at the waist as he does. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep that moving for the 3 rounds.
Out.
And it's a 4-1 split, the scoring in the first round. 4 cards going to Apretti, 1 going to Alemu. And again, there's that movement from Apretti as he's trying to just find a way out in the neutral corner right up above us. Trying to stick to the jab there, Alemu. And that's what you need to do against someone like this. Just keep your eyes on the prize, particularly that torso, that upper body, and just land. When you try and throw, when you throw rather, just try and land on something. A headshot against somebody like this is always going to be difficult. And there's that kind of jumping lead left, an overhand left that was quite well short. But the problem that the Lemu has got is, I think that he's looking to try and not pick the perfect punch necessarily, but he's looking to try and pick his punches quite carefully against Upreti, whereas really, you get into range and then just throw. And the aim being just hit something and just try and slow him down a little bit that way. Because he is tricky. Right hand got through there from Alemu. Didn't really hurt Upreti because he was just pulling his weight back, but even so it did still land. Heading in towards the final 30 seconds of the round, and he's a bit of a sorcerer, Upreti. He kind of bewitches his opponent, mesmerises him slightly with the way that he moves, and as I've been saying, the way to deal with somebody like that is just to ignore all of that. Look at the biggest target area, which is always the body, and think to yourself, okay, I need to get close enough to be able to throw and land there, because if I land there, then all the rest of that movement, that will become a lot more difficult. Good left hand there from Upreti, lovely hand speed. And just wafting that towel to get the breeze onto the fighters. As I said, it's perfect conditions really, low 20s I would say, probably a little bit fresher than it was yesterday to make sure that everybody is nice and loose. It won't take much to get the blood flowing, to get the sweat flowing here. And Upreti, I think, did a good job again in that second round, much like he did in the first round. Alemu just doesn't really have the skills to cut off the ring on him, to be honest. And that's what you need. You need to be able to cut off the ring on him. And as I say, just get into range, let your hands go. Don't worry too much about what you're landing on, as long as you're landing. So all 5 judges going Upreti's way in that second round, so he's got a 2-point advantage with 4 of the 5 judges. The other card is level, so realistically here now, Abel Alemu of Ethiopia needs a huge round. He needs 10-8s really to turn this one around.
right hand there from Malemu did get through as Preti was just backed up against the ropes, but again there just managed to dip his knee, sinks quite low, and then just skirted off to his right hand side. And there's that movement again, just turns, finds that open canvas, and then spins again and just adjusts the feet. And he's giving Alemo a little bit of a run around here in the final stages. Alemo, I don't think getting too frustrated with it. That wasn't wildly deliberate, but I don't think he was too sorry to get a hold of him and end up putting him on the canvas there at Preti. It's frustrating for Alemu, this. It's the kind of job that you don't really want, to be honest. You want somebody who's going to engage a little bit more, whereas with a Preti you will kind of ghost in, throw the odd punch, not always all that hard, and then he's away again. Well, they were both at it there. I think the referee might have gotten a little bit quicker to break them, and they were just giving each other a crack on the inside. Last few seconds. And it's a Preti who's going to come away with a win here. We had three fairly similar rounds there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to our judges' scorecards where we have a unanimous decision in favor of your winner. In the blue corner, representing Nepal, Lal Prasad Upreti.
And Upreti gets it, and by scores of 3 rounds to 0 with 4 of the judges, and 2-1 with the Sri Lankan judge. So good performance from Lal Prasad Upreti of Nepal. Takes his place in the next round. And we've got one more fight coming up for you at minimum weight. And then we'll be heading into the welterweight division. And there's that cheeky kind of signature move. He throws that lead left hand almost, And as he throws it, he's not even really looking. He's already making his way off to his right-hand side.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is also in the 48 kilogram minimum weight division. And your referee for this contest from Morocco is Umema Semalali. Introducing to you first, coming to the ring in the red corner, representing IBA